Hi, everyone.
All right, so I'm
Your
on
pretty
record.
faces. I feel like we're always hanging out in like someone's living room with these calls. It's so exciting.
I know it is pretty exciting. All right, let me minus this one.
One day at our diamond retreat, girlfriends.
All right, let me get into our thing right here. All right,
My
presentation mode. So we're not going to be able to see anyone on this call. So anyone that I know, I would be pretty fearful of that if this was my first call. I would be worried of people hearing and seeing me. So let's get started really quick. Our live webinar into what is coaching. And this is actually a picture from mine and Alex's diamond retreat we went to in Destin a couple months ago. So it was actually pretty fun, good stuff. We all like free trips. We'll get into that later. All right, what is coaching? I think what we first need to get into, who is Alex and I? Like, where did we come from? Alex and I are actually known as success partners in the Beachbody business. And basically, that's just someone that you meet with the coaching opportunity. And we kind of, connected after having, it's almost like dating when you find a success club partner, a success partner. So, we kind of clicked. And what's really unique about Alex and I, we're not only success partners, but we're also partners in this business together. What she does has no effect on what I do. And we run everything together, like these calls. Here we are with our computers at a diamond retreat, still working on our two totally separate businesses. So Beachbody is what brought us together. Alex and I did not know one another before Beachbody. We've actually only met a couple times. I live in Florida. Alex lives in California. So our relationship is actually quite unique. A lot of people think we've been like best friends forever. And it's only been like 2 years. That's kind of crazy, right? All right, that's basically about us. Anything else you want to add to that, Al?
no, I don't think so right now. We're good.
Oh, wow. That's weird. Okay. What is our team?
I'm trying to scale back.
Right? We only have 30 minutes. What is our team and what are we passionate about? I'm kind of going to read these off and then Alex is going to go a little bit more in depth. You can tell Crazy Girl Fitness is my team name and Living the Dream is Alex's. So what we're passionate about, our faith. We all, Alex and I, we are women of faith. We express that. We're not like crazy Jesus people, but we are women of faith and we like to express that in our groups. Definitely into helping. This is a business where that is so key and we're all about that hustle. We set goals and we don't stop until we accomplish them. Why? Because we want that financial freedom. We want that life by design and that takes dedication. All right, Al, what do you have to say about that?
Well, yeah, for me, I really have a passion and a heart for helping people going all the way back to teaching fitness. And I think that another thing, actually going back to the other slide of me and Monica connecting, is we're both instructors. I was before Beachbody. I think Monica began teaching at the same time. But the point is that our passion really lies in giving people amazing transformations. And I think a key factor in this business and in any business, to be honest with you, in life is really going above and beyond to make people feel of value, to make people feel important. And that's with your customers, your challengers, your coaches. And if you can keep that integrity and value system, then you're going to organically grow. Faith is huge for me, and it's not just religious faith, but a faith actually growing in my personal development, which we'll get into, the vital behaviors, but a faith that you really were made for more. This is still, even though there's a lot of people involved in this, it's still outside the lines. It's up and coming. It's not your typical 9 to 5. You're not going to wake up and you're going to drive to a job, come home, someone's going to tell you exactly what to do. You are not an employee. You are truly you're your own employee, you're your own boss, you're your own hero in this. And it's having that faith and that belief that you were made to do something different and outside the lines, and something that belongs to yourself. And that goes into dedication, as in you're dedicating that to yourself. Nobody, you get the tools, your coach and your uplines are there to mentor you and help you, but that dedication comes from your faith. That's what I believe, that it is coming from something deeper and bigger inside of you, that you want to help as many people as possible the way that this has organically helped you. And that goes into your hustle. I'm a big believer in hard work. I came into this having 44 friends on social media, so I can discourage those concerns right now. A lot of times when I'm talking to brand new people, they're like, well, I don't post on social media. I don't have friends on social media. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I am walking living proof that you don't need to, because I started with nothing. I only went on the computer to check my lack of money in my bank account. So, if not for just the faith and the desire to learn, I wouldn't have anything. So it's really about hustle. It's really about work ethic. And I believe that if you have that work ethic, everything else can be taught. If you have that faith, everything else can be learned.
Yeah.
It's worth ethic is so much more than knowing, and then skill, because that can be learned. So if that is something that you're concerned about and you're listening to this and you're like, I have no idea, I had no idea either. You don't need to. You need to have a desire to learn.
You know what I just want to add is Alex didn't even know how to copy and paste, guys. Not to call her out, but those were her computer skills.
No, it's fine. It's good.
So, you definitely, and with me, I'm a very, very private person. I didn't like opening up to Facebook. I most definitely did not share personal things on Facebook. But I think when you're helping other people, I think that pushes you to want to help more, to want to go out of that comfort zone. And, it's almost like Alex said, you just need a desire for something more. Everything else is going to be taught, and it's going to be developed as you grow. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. Alex is going to read the first part, what is a coach? And then I'll read the second part, what isn't a coach?
So a coach is a leader. From the moment that you sign up and you're on our team, whether it's happened right away or you've gone through a challenge group with one of our coaches or us, the minute that you sign up as a coach, you are a leader. And I think seeing yourself like that and developing those skills is key from the beginning. We're motivators. So you're not a boss, you're a motivator. You are to motivate people in your challenge groups. You are to motivate people in your team and just be an example. And it's regular people. I think another huge that I hear, I don't have a six pack, or I'm not at exactly my goal weight. And I shouldn't say I don't really. I know that's actually sometimes can work against a coach. To be honest, I truly have come to learn in the last 2 years that it's the journey that people connect to, not the results. So sometimes I find that that's really just an excuse for you not to propel to your results. We are just regular people. I just ate cheesecake last weekend. It happens. What am I supposed to do when it's delivered to my room?
You turn away and say, I'm a Beachbody coach, dang it.
We're just regular people trying to be better. And that is actually what I love about this. We're moms, we're students. There's girls on my team that are students or going to school. I have 3 kids. Monica has 2 kids. And that's another kickback, just being busy, but we're all so busy. This is something that you can be building residual income and a legacy to leave your family, and earning these trips and working extra money for your desire with very limited time. It's just about getting your time management down. A military wife, for my story a little bit, is, my husband was deployed 257 days in this last year. And there's only 365. I have 3 children that have very busy schedules and a son with a lot of special needs. So it's possible. It really goes back to that desire and your why again. You can work full time. You can be a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter where you are. This is something that can be a part of your life if you desire for it to be. And those are all the things that make up a coach.
Yay. I worked like 20 million jobs when I signed up for Beachbody. All right, guys, let's talk about what isn't a coach. First of all, you are not a fitness expert. It was because of Beachbody. I was in my business for about a year. And then I started teaching at my local gym, and that all started with Beachbody. That all started with my little at-home workouts at home. You do not have to be a fitness expert to be a Beachbody coach. All of that is taught. All of that is learned. You definitely do not have to be a nutritionist. Beachbody spends millions and millions of dollars on these programs, on these nutritional guides. We just have to implement. We just have to, know our crap basically for when they ask a question. We're going through this journey with them. A lot of coaches, they have never done a challenge group before they start coaching, and you're learning with them. You do not have to be a personal trainer by any means. Like I said, you have the best personal trainers in these videos. They show you modified. They show you the more extensive way to do an exercise. So we don't have to do that. And you do not have to be at your goal weight. Kind of what Alex touched a little bit on. I couldn't agree more. I think people are going to respect you more if you fail a lot. And I think that's because we all fail so much. They're going to relate more to you if you do eat cheesecake, if you did sleep in and miss a workout. And what that has to come down to is just being yourself. No one is perfect, and a Beachbody coach by no means is perfect. The one thing I like about this, you do not have to be a sales expert. I am confident to say I have never sold anyone anything. I am not a salesperson. I am a share person. I share my journey and I lead it with passion. You do not have to be business savvy. I don't think I'm business savvy either. I've never ran my own business before Beachbody. I couldn't even tell you anything about inventory, or it's just not my thing, and it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be.
Can I ask you a quick question that I should probably know, but do they see me when I'm talking?
No, they do not. All they see are the slides.
Oh, so no one even sees you?
No one sees me either. So if you're like picking your nose, they don't know it.
Hey guys, I can see Monica and Alex and myself.
No way, really?
And Emma. It looks like Emma. There's something.
Can you see this? Can you at least see the slides?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I just assumed no one could see me because I can't see anybody. All right. So sorry about that,
weird.
Alex.
No, I wanted to just know. I don't mind. I wanted to just know.
Okay. What are accountability groups? Now, if someone could mute that. Accountability groups are basically the meat and potatoes as to what we do as coaches. If you're a coach, you absolutely have to join a challenge group and experience what we do on a daily basis. Now, the accountability groups that we run, they're definitely free. We do not charge for these groups. It's something we provide to all of our members. In these groups, we post daily motivational tips, a lot of recipes, meal plans. We have a lot of fun challenges, especially like Fitness Friday and Thirsty Thursday. And it's one-on-one coaching. I just feel like people open up so much more online than they do in person. And you'll be surprised like how close you can get to your members that you've never met in person, but just that one-on-one coaching and connection. We also give away free prizes in a lot of these challenge groups. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be, a free DVD workout, a shaker cup, whatever floats your boat. What I like most about these challenge groups They are a judgment-free zone. No one is posting anything hateful in the group. It's all just positivity, hooking arms with one another, and just sharing this journey and doing it together, which leads me to being inspired by others. You'll be surprised how many people will open up to all their struggles, all their insecurities in this group because they just feel so connected. And we have the top trainers in the industry, and every single one of these programs, you are training with the best of the best, and we get to be a part of that. Did you want to add anything, Al, before we go on to the next slide? Hello? All right.
Sorry, no.
Okay.
I muted myself.
All right, Al, this is you.
Okay. What does that screen say? Because your face is covering it. Just the top part. Just the top part.
I'm a coach.
Why become a coach?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks. Oh my gosh, because of everything. Coaching is really changed my life in so many areas. I can't even begin, but Monica summed it up for me. One of the very first reasons, honestly, though, I became a coach was truly just for simple accountability. I really had no idea, as you won't either as a brand new coach right away, the income or what you can make or what can happen. But what happened for me is that I had such results in my first original accountability group, and better than I'd ever had in the gym or ever had with any stupid diet I ever did before. And I knew that if I just, took myself out of this community of just positivity and growth, and I just loved it so much that I knew I would go back to my old ways, because it's so easy to go back to your old ways, So accountability is huge. To be a coach is to be accountable. You cannot tell someone to do something you're not doing. So even though we talked about not being perfect and not striving for perfection, it's so important that you understand that I'm asking people to do really just what we do every day. Just like Monica said, we are shares people. So personal growth. Honestly, who I was 2 years ago is not who I am now. And that has everything to do with coaching, everything to do with this community, everything to do with growing myself as a person, because I can't give what I don't have. It's made me a better friend, a better leader, a better mom, a better wife. And that's not measurable. It's incredible. It's led to friendships like we talked about. I mean, I am building my dream, my legacy with my best friend. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. How many people get to say that in their life? Most of us are just, we could be zombies. We're waking up, we're doing the same thing because somebody told us to do it. We have beliefs because somebody told us to believe that. But you're taking charge of your life, and that is so empowering. Free trips. I mean, who doesn't want a free trip? I remember when I first signed up as a coach, going in the back office and looking at some top coaches and what they were up to, and they would show these trips and these crazy they would show these trips, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like that can't be real. There's no way that can be real. They were going here and there into all these exotic places, but it's real. It's literally by you just building your own business and hitting the milestones that you need to hit anyway. You are building free trips, and Beachbody pays for the whole thing.
Well, we have a slide for that coming up.
It's surreal. So extra income for your family, for your why. And I'm going to let Monica take over the last three.
All right, guys. One of them is just freedom. I mean, I worked in corporate America for a very long time, and I had to miss out on a lot of things with my son, because in the medical field, just because you're supposed to get out at 5 o'clock, it doesn't mean you're going to get out at 5 o'clock. If you have a sick baby, it really stinks calling out when you're already short-staffed at work. You feel like you're being judged. You feel like everyone's mad at you. Sometimes I would feel like they didn't really think I was sick. The freedom of being able to just do whatever I want, when I want to do it, I work my business when my daughter is napping and when she is going to bed for the night, and she doesn't nap anymore. So I pretty much have the freedom to do whatever I want as far as working goes, which leads to the next point. More time with your kids. I mean, most of us on this call, I think we're all moms. Who doesn't want more time with their babies? They really do grow up so quick. And the last one is actually the reason why I signed up to be a coach from the very beginning. And that was the discount. The discount on everything Beachbody. I mean, love it, love it, love it, love it. Next slide. Okay, I'm going to go into my story. And you can see me on the screen flexing my biceps. But, my story started about 14 years ago when I was 180 pounds and completely helpless. I had kind of been my whole life. I would go through a chubby phase, and then I would get skinny, and then I would get chubby. Well, after I had my son, when I was fresh out of high school and I put myself through college, I gained like 50 or 60 pounds in 1 year. And it was awful. I'm a stress eater. I'm definitely an emotional eater. And that's what contributed to that. And, I lost weight. And then I went through another phase where all I did was cardio and I never ate any carbohydrates. And you can kind of see me in that bottom picture, just looking really, my arms are so, so, so skinny. So after the birth of my daughter, I was in my early to mid 30s, and my old tricks they weren't working. I was still breastfeeding her, so that could have had some to do with it, but going to the gym, taking spin classes, and then doing a crazy cardio class and making sure I didn't eat any carbohydrates for the day, and this scale would not budge. Like, I was flipping out. I had basically been starving myself and binging for years, and it was very unhealthy, but it kept me skinny because that's what I thought I needed to be. Well, one of my really good friends, she flashed a picture of her abs on Facebook, and, immediately I had 15 pounds to lose. What are you doing? You need to just tell me this information. And, when she brought up a challenge pack and Beachbody and Shakeology, I knew about Shakeology because I had tried Brazilian butt lift like a year before that. I attempted it like 3 times. I would maybe do it twice, and then it would sit on the shelf. I used to be a total gym rat. Same thing. My daughter is very high maintenance. She has a lot of energy. She was constantly getting kicked out of the daycare at my gym. I wasn't able to work out consistently. So I felt like I didn't have a choice. I had to join this challenge group. And from the moment I joined my first challenge group, I was completely hooked. We just don't help people get fit physically. I feel like it is so much more that emotional connection as to what we do as coaches. I am a recovering binge eater. It's a very serious problem that I struggled with for years. And I 100% believe if I never would have taken that leap and joined my first challenge group, that I would absolutely still suffer from binge eating today. And I have a daughter. I don't want that for my daughter, which leads me to my second reason as to why I became a coach. I fell in love with Shakeology, but I couldn't afford it. So I had to think of a way to pay for it. After the birth of my daughter, I went from working 40 hours a week to about 20 hours a week, and my income was cut in half. We were on such a tight budget that I knew if I wanted to stay on Shakeology, I had to come up with a plan real quick. And 2.5 years later, it leads me to where I am right now. I only work at my job 1 day a week, not so much because I have to at all financially, but because I want to. And you need that maybe 1 day to just get away. I teach group exercise at the Y. Coaching gave me the confidence to stand in front of a group of people and scream at them for an hour and help them, get fit. So that is pretty much my story. Al, are you back on? You want to share yours? All right. So we'll
Yeah,
come.
sorry,
Okay,
my
good.
family walked in, so I had to relocate.
That's fine.
Um, my story really, it was started with just 2 years ago joining my own accountability group. And the reason I did is I didn't know anything about Beachbody or Shakeology, nothing. After the birth of my son, I just really, really felt like I was losing myself. I call it like my spiritual and emotional like meltdown. He was born with several health issues, and um, to be honest with you, I became obsessed with him and his needs, and I was filled with worry all the time, and I wasn't living. I call it, I was surviving, which I know so many people can relate to. And even though I was a teacher, I taught Zumba, Pilates, and beginner yoga. I honestly always say this, I felt like a hypocrite because here I was going to the gym and I was teaching these classes and motivating people, but inside I was not healthy. I didn't feed myself correctly. I would go days without eating at all. I wasn't anorexic. I didn't have that. It was an emotional thing. Like I was taking care of everybody else but myself. I was sick all the time. You name it, I had it. If my kids brought it home, I got it because my immune system it was shot. I suffer from digestive issues. I have colitis. I've suffered for years, and after each kid, it got proceedingly worse. And after Sean, I was borderline Crohn's. I had been like to 3 different GI doctors, switched up my diet. And again, all of those are immune deficiencies, and they're all also attributed to stress. So when you're stressed and you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to aggravate those areas that much more. So when I saw my coach on Facebook, she's actually just an acquaintance of mine in high school. She was always posting about eating clean and this drink she was drinking. And I just was like, okay, I was really reluctant, to be honest with you, about Shakeology, but I knew that you could only go up from where I was. And I looked down at this 15 extra pounds I couldn't lose, and nothing I used to do worked. And I started the journey, and I just took a chance. And within the first 30 days, it was actually my husband was like, you have not complained about your stomach in 30 days. And that was huge for me, like huge. And I had lost the 10 pounds, but more it was what I was gaining with this accountability, with this support. And I really organically started coaching. I was just sharing this with my students and with people because I was like, everybody needs to know about this. Like, stop the diets. It ends here and now. This is what you need to do. And I had a really amazing transformation, and I started leading my own challenge groups. And what was crazy was helping other people helped me even more.
Yeah.
When I started helping people, I would get more excited for their results than mine. And that passion has never left me. I'm a transformation junkie. Mm-hmm. And the reason is, it's not just because of a physical transformation, because I know when someone is having a physical transformation, they also have to be having an inside transformation. And that's what I had. And that journey it's life-changing. It is life-changing. It changed my life. It changed who I was. And then into the opportunity, it's the same thing. When you have someone struggling and this opportunity can help them, and they prevail and they do the behaviors to become successful, it's so exciting. It's so unbelievably rewarding. And that's really my story. 2 years later, I'm as passionate now about this opportunity as I am about challenge groups, because I've seen it, I know it, I live it, I know how much it can change your life. I mean, honestly, because of this opportunity was how I gave my kids Christmas this year. It's how we've gotten to this point out of about $5,000 worth of debt. It's how we've gone on trips. We were able to purchase another vehicle this year. I'm able to make those payments without stress. I mean, it's surreal, and it has no cap. It keeps growing as you grow and you give that same freedom to other people.
Can someone, if the 10-minute alarm goes off, just let me know? I can't see that. I kind of forgot a little bit that in my story. Absolutely.
Hang on, do you get more time?
Huh? I just need to know when the 10-minute alarm goes off.
It went
'Cause
like 2
it
minutes
went.
ago.
Okay, all right. So, yes, definitely. One of the main reasons I am able to stay at home and watch my daughter grow up is 100% because of Beachbody and the coaching opportunity. So let's move on to the next slide. All right, we're going to go through this really quick since we only have, I think we have like 4 more slides left. Perks of being a coach.
You only have 6 minutes.
All right, I'm going to talk a little bit then, Alex, okay? Perks of being a coach really quick, guys. It is the Success Club trips. Simply for growing your business, Beachbody rewards you with trips. Alex and I have both won a fully paid for trip to Mexico at a resort, all expenses paid, plus they give you travel money to get there. And Alex and I are going on a cruise to Jamaica next month, fully paid for. Beachbody has given me money on my cruise, and my husband and I also are doing like 90-minute massages. And I want to add that my husband and I, because of our financial situation before Beachbody, we have not been on a vacation since our honeymoon. And we were married 6 years ago. So this is very exciting for me and my husband to just get away with each other and connect for we're going to Miami a couple of days early. Next year, we're going to the Dominican Republic at a resort. We're staying there for 7 days, fully paid for, guys. Beachbody is covering these trips. And aside from that, we have monthly prize awards. We get free workout shirts, free hats. I got a bobblehead Sagi that I cannot wait to get here. Personal development books. Aside from the commission, because we're all going to make commission as coaches, you get team incentive prizes just for your team being successful, paying off debt and helping change lives. I think because that's a big one for me is seeing what you're able to be a part of, someone not only physically, but even financially. Having coaches that are able to pay for their kid's birthday party or even buy their kids supplies or retire from their corporate job. It is just amazing. All right, how do we earn income, guys? One thing is you get 25% commission off of your customers' sales. Anything that they buy Beachbody, you are going to make 25% commission off of that sale. Once you become Emerald, which we will talk about if you decide to be a coach, Beachbody pays millions of dollars every year in advertising. So whenever someone orders off an infomercial and you are an Emerald coach, you are they're giving you customers. And if you get to Success Club 10, you are earning commission off of these people for simply being a coach. Now, we also have team bonuses. We do not make any money off any of our coaches that are not succeeding in this business. If our coach is succeeding, then we are succeeding. So it really does not do us justice to sign you into this business and say, deuces, take care of this yourself. And when our coaches actually start to make a team of themselves and they're able to duplicate this process, we start making matching bonuses simply off us duplicating this process to all of our coaches. And I want to point out that Alex and I are both Star Diamond coaches. And what that means in Beachbody lingo, not only were we able to have success in our businesses, but we're able to implement and duplicate that process with our coaches. That's what Star Diamond means. What are we looking for in this business? We are looking for self-starters. We are definitely looking for dreamers. We want you to dream big, but you have to be goal-oriented. We want team players because we are a team. There's no I in team, right? You have to be teachable. You have to be willing to learn and a little eager. And we want you to be fun. We don't want any weight, a wet blanket on our team. And if you haven't, figured it out by now, Alex and I, we're extremely passionate. I tend to talk really loud because I just get so excited. Do you want to add anything to that before I go on to the next one, Al?
Did everybody see when my family came home and they freaked out?
Okay, I'm going to go on the next one. How do I get started? Let your journey begin. How do you get started as a Beachbody coach? On Alex and I, on our team, we are huge on being proof this product works. So in order to get started on your journey and start changing lives, you have to sign up with a challenge pack, because that starts your journey. No one's going to want to buy from you if you're not experiencing this. We don't want you sharing Shakeology if you're not drinking it yourself. And the beautiful thing about buying a challenge pack that will give you your Shakeology, will give you your workout and your awesome transformation, is they waive the startup fee of $40. You do not have to pay that. And I think a great place to get started is a 21-day fix. We have a before and after picture of one of our coaches on our team, and it's a great program to get started with. So once you sign up and you're a coach, what do you do now? Well, here's the beautiful thing about being a part of our team. We're going to add you into our team page, and then we're just going to put you into your first challenge group so you can get started on your journey. We have a video and a call that we do with you to get you started right, where we can set up a game plan, go over what your why is, what your goal is, what you want to accomplish in the first 30 days. And we're not only going to show you how to get there, we're going to hook arms with you and we're going to get there together. We have Girl Boss trainings that we're going to put you into within the first couple weeks of being a coach. And we're going to get you set up with a success partner, because everybody needs that. I'm not sure how much time we have left.
Less than a minute on.
Okay, guys, I want to share this quote really quick. This is what I believe every coach needs to believe in their heart. Our success is determined by how many lives we change, not by how much we sell. If you can believe that, if you believe that now, then we want you to take this leap with us. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the event that you guys all signed in, and we'd be more than happy to answer them. Alex, do you want to end things?
I just want to thank everybody for making the call, and that also to reinsure some people that wanted to be